Well, guys, here we are again. I just want to welcome all of you back. This segment of part 5 video that we're making now, this is going to make the final one, and I'm not going to do any more videos on Boston because I've already pretty much covered everything, unless there's any more significant hard evidence about it, to prove to us my claims of what I've been saying here all alone. I won't make any more videos until then. But this segment that you're seeing in this part 5 is going to reflect back on to the coach that had gave a testimony on Channel 15 News, the local TV there, stating that there was going to be an exercise. Well, we found out some really hard evidence that this guy was not just giving us a warning of an exercise, but he was also a part of the exercise, and he's even using an alias name that wasn't his real name. And we found out he's also the father of the so-called son that died, which I think it's all a part of the game. This little kid did not die. Like I told you all before, this was a staged event. I wasn't joking when I said it. And everybody was all involved. Now, this is a request. This particular video right here was a request to one of my viewers and subscribers on my YouTube account that asked me to contact the hospital. Well, we know not to contact them because we know they're not going to talk to us anyways and give us any kind of information. But we found information here that can collaborate that they had been conducting this exercise with the city, with the state, with FEMA, and with the National Guards. This document right here, and by the doctor's own claim that works in the ER, is also a Jew himself, actually are going to admit that they were conducting exercise and have been since 9/11, and even conducting mass casualty exercises. Ladies and gentlemen, there's no enemies we have unless it's what we've created. There's no one planning to attack American people except for American government attacking American people and blaming it on the false enemy, as they have always done, creating phantom enemies as a way of justifying political agendas. Now, this is what you're going to hear from him. This is for the request. This is from their own claims, and you can put two and two together once you hear what he has to say. So let me go ahead and switch over the volume so you can hear what they have to say, okay? Hang on just a second.
Richard Wolf is Chief of Emergency Medicine at Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center here in Boston. Good morning, Doctor. How are some of the victims doing this morning?
Well, everyone's alive, which is a very good thing. We, at this point, have still 2 in critical condition, or rather about 4, 2 very critical, the rest serious, but I think there are good hopes that everybody's going to pull through.
And you had 21 people?
24 total,
24
actually,
total.
yes. 7 we released, and so we had 17 that needed to be admitted to the hospital.
And what are you seeing from some of the injuries? There's been a lot of discussion about shrapnel, whether there were ball bearings or nails in the bomb. Any of that you've seen?
No, it's been primarily shrapnel injury and mainly to the lower extremities. Some hand injuries, but mainly devastating injuries to limbs. We had at least 2 amputations and a number of very serious wounds that required fairly aggressive care.
What does the road to recovery look like?
The road to recovery for the people with those wound injuries should be quite good at this point. They were debrided. It may take time for the healing to occur, but we are very hopeful that the people will do well.
I've heard incredible stories about people at all of the 7 hospitals around here. People with days off came in, medical personnel to help. Did you ever think that you would see something like this in your hometown?
No, I don't think we expected this in Boston, frankly. We've seen other disasters elsewhere, and I have to say the combination of the way people responded spontaneously and came within 15 minutes, we were able to multiply the size of our staff 5-fold. The way everybody interfaced and functioned as a team, and I think the training that's been ongoing since September 11 really did play off in a way that was remarkable. It's been the smoothest sort of handling of mass casualty that I've ever seen in my career.
What do you need? Do you need anything?
Right now, we need for nothing else to happen, I think. But I think at this point, we've been able to integrate the patients quickly into the system. The healthcare system is functioning and back at normal, and things are working very, very well.
All right. Our best to you and your whole team. Thank you so much.
Thank
we
you very
appreciate
much.
it. Dr. Richard Wolf.
So there you go. So what you just got through hearing is that you got through hearing this doctor admitting, just a minute here. I don't know why this keeps doing this to me. Just a minute. I'm closing that out there. Okay. Now, what I'm going to show you again, and I want you to look at that because it's very vital that you all see this. Okay. So hang on a second. Let me reopen that back up again because I had to close it out. It was freezing on me here. Okay. Now, this is the 8-year-old kid that claimed to have died. You remember I told you that they were the same people, right? Watch careful. The 8-year-old kid, this is the so-called child that's supposed to have died. Notice how he writes a sign here. No more hurting people, peace. And doesn't this ring a bell to a little girl who drew a picture of an owl and gave it to Anderson Cooper on the day of the Sandy Hook shootings? And even wrote a letter to President Obama about gun control. Like a little 5 and 6-year-old kid can even come up with this, articulate way of expressing her political views on gun control. Well, this is the so-called father of that kid that's supposed to have died. Well, we found out that this guy his name is Bill Richards. Okay, this is what they call him here, which is right here. Do y'all see that? Okay. There's only one problem with this picture, is that Bill Richards has an alias name. He's also this guy right here. Look at there. Watch careful to this view here. You're going to be blown with this. Okay, I'm going to skip past all this, and I'm not going to air it. I'm just going to let you watch it, okay? Actually, I'm going to let y'all listen to it. Listen to it.
Hey man, that's a nice mower. Where did you get it?
Yeah, I got my Husqvarna mower and all my lawn equipment from Dutchman's Lawn and Garden. They have a complete line of Husqvarna products, and the service can't be beat.
Well, I'm going to go to Dutchman's and get my own Husqvarna.
I love the sound of my Husqvarna in the morning.
Local officials.
Well, as we have been reporting all day long, several local runners were in Boston today for the marathon.
Now, one of those was University of Mobile cross-country coach Alister Stephenson. His wife was sitting in the stands where the bomb went off just moments before the explosion. Local 15's John Sanitas joins us now.
John Stephenson is really a veteran marathoner racing all over the world. He says he noticed something a little different before today's race.
Well, he did, Greg. He noticed a lot more security before the marathon, much more than he'd seen at any other marathon, including bomb-sniffing dogs, spotters on the roofs, and loudspeaker announcements saying it was just a training exercise. But city law enforcement officials have said there were no credible threats before the race.
My wife Melanie, she had been sitting right where the explosions went off.
Cross-country coach Alister Stephenson had just crossed the finish line.
She had come to see me at the finish and
just crossed the finish line.
So you see, ladies and gentlemen, so this guy right here, he just now gave himself away, and we found out who this guy is. This is the so-called UM coach who claimed that there was bomb-sniffing dogs and spotters on the roof, and also that there was National Guards and all this, and he even asked the police officer what was going on, and he said that they were all conducting a drill, an exercise, even during this run. He said that he also goes and admits that he has a wife that's at the finish line. Well, we find out that this guy is not, his name is not Alister Stephenson, and we find out that he has an alias name, Bill Richardson, and you're about to see now here in just a few minutes. Now you just remember this face right here because I'm fixing to show you now who he is. Okay, he is this guy right here, ladies and gentlemen. This one right here. Okay, look, take a close look. You'll see that this is the same guy. This was his wife that was claimed to have been at the finish line, who now they're saying has a brain injury, and then this right here, they're saying that this kid also got killed. Okay? This is what they're saying in this article, which you'll read here. And as you read, this is his name, the dad, Bill Richardson, or Bill Richards. Why, ladies and gentlemen, is this man using an alias name? Why is he being so discreet and secretive and using aliases as to his testimony? In other words, the shit doesn't spell truth anymore. This guy wasn't warning us. This guy was a part of the game. He was a part of the staged event. and he was letting us know what was going down. And he was just trying to play as an innocent bystander, caring about our well-being, and his son was a part of the game. No one died, ladies and gentlemen, and this is a clear indication that no one died. And this woman looks like Sandy Hook victim. She looks like the mother of one of the Sandy Hook victims. And this kid's got a really strange eyes, as if this photograph is photoshopped as well. And then here's something really eerie. You remember the Sandy Hook little girl that drew the owl and gave it to Anderson Cooper, and saying that she also had a letter that she wanted to read to President Obama, but she didn't get a chance to because she died in the Sandy Hook thing. And she was so articulate in expressing her strong political views of gun control in this letter, and was so articulate in trying to get this gun control, which we all realized it was all staged. It was for the agenda of gun control. And there was lobbyists pushing this, the sensationalization of what took place there, and lied about the events. Well, this is the same thing. No more hurting people. Peace. Like this kid is trying to speak from the graves of trying to get laws passed on the agendas of legislations. Okay, and this, how perfect that they're even using the word Trayvon Martin. Okay, they're using this as a in the middle of this story. So what does Trayvon Martin have to do with this case here? But nonetheless, they're saying this because he wants peace because of this encouraged him because of the Trayvon story, which is, you can already tell it's a BS story. But nonetheless, they have this on the front of their doorstep. But you now see clearly that this is a staged event. And to show you that this is his son, that they photoshopped into this image right here. And you can see clearly that this is Photoshop because one of the railings is completely disappeared. How can that rail disappear? And don't give me this pixelation crap, because every rail is there except for this one. And then you see this, you see right here, you see a line right here that goes right through her arm, her left arm right there. You see it? That shows you that this whole footage right here was already there, and this piece over here was added into there. Because I hadn't seen not one photograph of this little girl here who has no face. I hadn't seen no one that stands over there that has a green jacket on. So this right here is a photoshopped image. And this is my 2 cents worth, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sticking to it. This concludes part 5. I want you all to watch the Texas video that I'm going to be making here. It's going to show you some really shocking events, and I hope to see y'all there. And I hope this answers the question to the viewer who wanted me to make a video about the hospitals being involved in this drill. Until then, guys, y'all take care, and I'll catch you on the other side. Take care. Bye-bye.